we've learned chords, and now we need to learn how to strum. There's a traditional strum that I usually call the Campfire strum, but it's a very basic beginner strum that all guitar players need to learn first, because other strums are then based on variations of this strum. I'm going to be demonstrating it first with an E chord. I'm going to play it so you can listen to it. And let's take it apart a little bit. The first half is simply this: 2 downs and an up strum in this rhythm. Down, down, up. Let's do that again. Down, down, up. And one more time, be sure you're playing along. Down, down, up. Now the second half, we start with an up strum, and it's a simply up, down, up. Let's do that again. Up, down, up. So we're going to put those two halves together. This is one pattern. It takes up one measure of music, and this is what it is. Down, down, up, down, up. I'm going to do that a couple more times. Try and play along. Another one. Now, the hard part of this strum that most beginner students struggle with are those 2 up strums in a row. So what you want to make sure you're doing after you've placed the first up is move your arm down, but just don't hit the strings, so you're ready for that next up strum. So if you notice what my arm is doing, down, down, up, I moved it down so that I was ready to get the next up strum. So I'm going to do that again and pay attention to what my arm is doing when you're not hearing the strings. Okay, so that is basically the Campfire strum. What we're going to do now is we've learned 7 chords, and this is a video for you to use to practice along. I'm going to go through each chord, and we're simply going to strum it for 4 measures. So, starting with our E chord again, here we go, 4 measures, Campfire strum. Let's do that with our A chord. And down, up, down, up. And the G chord. If you need to pause the video in between these to get your fingers in place, by all means, this is just a practice tool. So here we go, 4 measures on G. And now C. And D, again remembering not to strum strings 6 or 5. E minor. And our last chord, A minor. All right, keep practicing.